I have reviewed countless wireless CarPlay dongles on this channel. This is just a few that I had in my close proximity, and the number one question I get from people is, I don't have CarPlay. Will that adapter give my car CarPlay? No, it will not. But today, I finally have something to show you that will give you CarPlay, whether you have it or not. This is from CarPod Go. This is a CarPlay Screen. And what does that mean? Well, I'm going to show you, but it is a standalone screen that you can mount on your windshield, you can mount on your dash, and you can connect this guy via Bluetooth, and you're good to go. Here are all the ports on the back. We've got USB, we've got a microphone, we've got the camera, like if you're going to do reverse backup, if you want to set that up, you can. We've got the audio cable, which would be for you aux folks, and then we have the power. So let's go ahead and plug this thing in and see what it's all about. This is your home screen on the device itself. This is your Bluetooth right here. This is where you're going to go in and select how you want to display your audio. I have it on dual Bluetooth, which I will explain in a second because that's a little bit of a longer explanation. Jesus, this thing really just times out so fast and goes. It wants to go into CarPlay so fast. I'm not used to it. Okay, so you have dual Bluetooth. You have FM, so that's your traditional, turn an FM station. You have the auxiliary, which there is a jack in the back. And then this thing actually has speakers on it, where you can actually just output via the speaker if you want to do that. But if you have FM, so really this thing you can connect with, we'll go back to the home screen in a second, but you can really connect this thing to just about anything you want to connect. So that is auxiliary, FM, Bluetooth, which is what we have here. So let me go back here to the dual Bluetooth and tell you how this works. So dual Bluetooth, right there, display only, which means that your phone is actually going to pair to your car's head unit, okay? So you pair your phone to the car's head unit, and then you pair it here for your CarPlay. So, if I hadn't already had this set up right here, this would be grayed out, and I'd tap on this and it would tell me to pair with my phone on this screen. So your phone, and a lot of modern phones, can connect to two devices at once. I have where is my phone? I'm all over the place. My phone happens to be the iPhone 16 Pro Max, so this thing can connect to, two devices at once. Once here, and that's how we get the music working. So back to the screen real quick. So they give you the dashboard mount. I had this little center mount thing that I already had pre-installed in my car before, and I wanted to try this just for the purpose of this, because I don't really like sticking things on my dashboard. So I just wanted to mount it here on the center, and so that's what we got. All right, so back to this car's CarPod Go menu here. Here's the settings, just so you can see all the settings. Language, it's pretty self-explanatory. Once I paired it to my phone, it actually synced up the time automatically, so that is a double thumbs up. Here's your Bluetooth. There's the RAV4 and the iPhone paired at the same time. Auto Connect is turned on. For display, it has a night shift option, so it can go darker at night. You can set that yourself, or you can just adjust the brightness on your own. Holy cow. This thing loves to go to CarPlay. I love it. It actually does have a light sensor, so it will keep an eye on, kind of the time of day, but it can do it automatically for you here on the night view deal. Then here's where you can change your wallpaper. So if you want something a little different, let's try this one. That's kind of cool. Wallpaper set. Here's something else I really like, logo. So when you set up CarPlay, that's the logo you're going to see, the CarPod Go logo. But I don't want the CarPod Go logo. I appreciate them sending this device out for a showcase, but I don't want that logo. I want my logo. So it actually has all the cars manufacturers. I have the Toyota one here. I drive a Toyota, but I'll just show you. It has pretty much every brand that you could possibly think of is in here. which is pretty cool that they have these preloaded. CarPod Go really on top of things. And you can really, I mean, look, it just goes on for days and days and days. So you can set that endlessly. CarPod settings. Oh, I see. 10-second timeout return to CarPlay. Let's turn that off until we're ready to actually do this. So this thing has 60 frames a second built in. You do have to turn that on. Just so you know, it's turned on by default. But if for some reason you ever wanted to turn it off, I don't know why you would. You can do that. Also, it has the right-handed drive, so for my friends that are overseas, if you want that, boom, you can set it. And I believe now when we go to CarPlay, everything is going to be reversed. Oh, I got to pair my phone again to do that? Oh, God. What have I done? All right, hold on. There we go. So for my friends overseas, it will actually move it over here for you, no problem. So let's go back into the car settings. I hope I don't have to redo CarPlay every time I have to do that. Luckily, we're only doing that once. All right, so we're going to turn that off. Remove that. Oh, so you do have to do that every time. Okay, fair enough. So for my friends overseas, if you get this device, set that up first before you pair your phone, for the love of God. That is so stupid. I'm just telling you right now. I love this device other than that, but that's really stupid that you have to pair and repair just to make it go from right to left or left to right. It does load up very fast, so I will tell you that. It does load up extremely fast. 60 frames a second. This is not fake news, as some might say. This is real and legitimate. This thing is so slick compared to my actual CarPlay. So, like, until I get a new radio in here, I may just leave this thing hooked up because I love how clear, responsive, how vibrant it is. Now, let's do the music. Here we go. There's no 2-second delay there, folks. This thing starts right up, no problem. Instant pause, instant play. Now that's pretty cool because, you know, when you look at like the wireless CarPlay stuff like this, it's really cool how well this works and everything, but people seem to get really annoyed at like a half a second or a second delay. It doesn't bother me necessarily, but you know, if you're somebody that just cannot wait an extra second, this is really good for you because instant responsiveness. How cool is that? And then, of course, switching songs. So if we want to go back one, it's instant. Instant. Now, some of this is on my cell service here because I only have 2 bars. But this thing really just, the responsiveness of this, I can't speak enough on because you have that 60 frames, so every time you're sending a command, it's like right there. But the instant play and pause is something I know a lot of people will love. But the screen is just so nice. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it looks really good. Now, my car already has a reverse backup camera, so like if I just go into reverse right now, I've already got a camera, no problem. But if you don't have a camera, they give you one. Here's a super long cable they give you, and then where's my camera? Here's the camera right here that they give you. It's pretty nice. I'm not going to go through the trouble of hooking this up because I already have one installed. But the this is like a standard camera that you've seen on pretty much every type of, you know, aftermarket car accessory that includes a reverse camera. It looks identical to every one of those. And so it's very nice of them to give you this function. It even has it where you can splice into the reverse to where you can, you know, when you hit reverse, it'll actually activate this. It'll trigger it. And then you can see it on this big screen right here. So that is pretty awesome that they give you that as an option. Let's talk about your mounting options here. Now, in my car, I already had this little custom RAV4 based mount thing that I got that I really like, and it's got the same little circle ball thing that comes on here. But what they give you in the box is one of these guys, and so it's fully articulating. You can, you know, adjust it up and down, and it's pretty nice, pretty stiff, rugged, should be good. And then you've got this guy right here, which is just like the stiffest of them all, because this guy has that super hard 3M tape. This is like if you're not gonna take it off and move it around. This is like that permanent, find a good spot and leave it kind of deal. And, you know, with that 3M tape, that thing is super sticky, and it's not going anywhere once you put it on there. So you have two options. You can use this guy, or you can use this guy, but for the purpose of this video, I just went with this mount right here. It's just easier to display in my car for the purpose of showing this off. All right, so let's wrap this video up. What did we learn today? We learned that the normal CarPlay dongles that I review on this channel, number one, will not give your car CarPlay if it doesn't already have it. So this is your next best option. There are a lot of these screens on the market. This is the only one that I have found that offers 60 frames a second, and that is huge, because what you want is that responsiveness. You want a really high quality screen, and you want you know, a very responsive, very quick moving around. That's what the CarPod Go offers, and I do like that, so much so that I'm considering mounting this thing in my car full time, because I hate the head unit of my car, and I've not found a radio yet for this car that I want to replace it with yet. That's not to say one won't come out, but in the meantime, I may actually just keep this thing installed in my car to have a better CarPlay-based experience. So you got 60 frames a second. I know a lot of people will ask, no, this does not have any of the apps built into it. That would actually probably put it, it would probably make it far more expensive, number one. But I'm sure a lot of people will be foaming at the mouth for something like that, especially on the screen, which is higher quality than a lot of our head units. If you're in that kind of like 2020, 2021, 2022, I think the head units started getting really good like 23 on. So if you've got that pre-2023 head unit, it would be nice if this thing had some of those, like, what are they calling those now? Like AI features, which is really just a fancy way of saying Android operating system and putting a bunch of apps on it. That would be cool, though. I will say that. But this is just a no-frills experience. The links are down below. All in all, I do think it's a nice product. I think that it would wow a ton of more people if it had some of those apps built in, like the Netflix and the, I mean, you know, you throw Android on it and then you're off to the races. But again, it's going to bump your price up quite a bit, and especially with putting the processing power on the back end of this thing. But all in all, I do think it's a win. If you do not have CarPlay whatsoever, I think you're going to be really pumped to put this in your car and now have the CarPlay functionality on a screen that's high quality looking. It's very responsive, and I think it's going to make a lot of people thrilled. So the links are down below. Go check it out. Comment down below if you either A, have one of these already, or two, if you're going to check it out. Let me know down below. And thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hit the like button if you really like the video. Hit subscribe if you want some more, and hit the bell so that you'll be notified every time I publish brand new videos. Thank you so much for watching.